metal used as a contrast agent when you get an MRI.
Yeah, it's injected into the patient, and the contrast then it's used in about 1 in 3 of the MRI scans to give doctors a clearer image, and it's supposed to exit the body naturally, but one local woman claims her body retained it, causing debilitating side effects. ABC's Ashley James tells us more.
Samantha Goldsmith has her whole life ahead of her.
I'm a young mom with 2 kids, and I just want to be here for them.
But the future is scary for the 31-year-old who says her body retained a chemical agent during an MRI back in July.
I went to bed that night, and I woke up the next morning 12 hours later with a pain in my right shoulder blade in the back.
That pain eventually spread.
My hands feel like I'm holding on to something and I'm being electrocuted just up my arms. My feet are burning. I just feel like I'm toxic.
The contrast agent is called gadolinium. It's used to help give doctors a clear image in an MRI. It's supposed to be released through the kidneys within hours, but Samantha says that wasn't the case.
I did a 24-hour unprovoked urine analysis, and 31 days after the MRI, the reference range is a 0.019, and I was at an 11.6. which is 600 times what should be in me.
Samantha is not the first person to speak out. Gina Norris, wife of Chuck Norris, spoke on camera to Full Measure about what she went through following her MRI.
I just heard that still small voice deep inside of me that said, Gina, your body is dying.
Norris turned to alternative medicine, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on treatments, a luxury not everyone has.
I know that she used hyperbaric chambers. I've heard that she used stem cells. That's not something that I have a resource to do.
Samantha has been working with a naturopath to remove the gadolinium from her system, but so far, not much has changed.
Every morning I wake up and I dry brush myself to stimulate my lymphatic system. I've been taking Epsom salt baths, going to infrared saunas.
We actually have.
Dr. Carlton Sexton is chief of radiology at MedStar Union Memorial and Good Samaritan Hospital. He's not familiar with Samantha's case, but agreed to speak with us about the risks associated with MRI, including gadolinium.
Gadolinium, there are risks of allergic reaction, and then there is a disease called nephrogenic systemic fibrosis, which was identified about 10 years. We've been using gadolinium for 25 years, millions of doses a year of gadolinium, and about 10 years ago, a very rare disease where the skin becomes scarred and the internal organs can become scarred was identified. All those patients had significant renal disease, kidney disease, at the time that they were injected.
Dr. Sexton stresses MRIs are safe, and in his 25 years, he has never seen someone have side effects related to gadolinium.
MRI is very safe, and we must keep in mind that everything we do in life is a cost-benefit analysis, and so MRI gets wonderful images, diagnoses things earlier than anything that we've had before it.
Despite its safety, the FDA is taking notice. There have been 132 cases in the U.S. of adverse side effects from gadolinium-based contrast agents, or GBCAs, reported to the FDA. But because of limitations associated with the reporting system, including duplicate and incomplete reports, the FDA tells ABC2 it cannot confirm that number. The FDA does say recent studies conducted in people and animals have confirmed gadolinium can remain in the brain even in individuals with normal kidney function, although at this time, the agency has not identified any adverse effects. Meantime, Samantha is still looking for a doctor and looking for answers as to how to permanently remove the gadolinium from her system.
I feel like I'm so young, and I have 2 amazing, beautiful little children who deserve a mom, and not a sick mom, because I wasn't sick before this.
In September, an advisory committee voted for recommending adding a warning to labels about gadolinium retention for GBCAs used during an MRI. The FDA will ultimately make the final decision. For ABC2 News, I'm Ashley James.